Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Everybody, come and join in. Come and join in. We got to talk. We got to talk. I hope everybody is doing well. It's very cold here in Chicago, Illinois today. I think it's 26 degrees outside. Too cold to my liking. My hair sticking up, y'all. I guess. But you guys come in. And trolls, please stay off this live, because I will disable the chat. I don't like when the trolls come up here and I'm talking about something serious. Well, I'm always talking about something serious, but y'all catch my drift. Eagle Eyes, hello, beautiful. Be Encouraged Faith Ministries, hi. Hey, sis, how are you? Kathy Miller, hey. Hey to you. Keenan Johnson, hey, how are you? Y'all popping in. Y'all are popping in. How are you? Before I finish with my day, I had to pop in and talk to you guys about this. I got a little bit of time on my hands. So I'm like, let me talk to my people. Shout out to all my fellow Chicagoans, up north, out west, over east, and of course my south side peeps. Fingerprinting guru, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Be Encouraged Faith Ministries, oh, I know how you feel, sis. I've been there before, and it's definitely not for the weak. I'm telling you, at my old job, I literally left there with trauma. That's a fact. That's a fact. But God pulled me up out of that. I had already been praying about it, but yes. Miss Lish, how are you, beautiful? Miss Lish, yeah, I'll elaborate on that again. I'm gonna update that again because I get a lot of emails and a lot of people come to me about the you don't owe your coworkers anything. A lot of people want me to dive into that. Roman Watson, hi. Katie, hello. Miss Sunshine, hello. Hi, y'all. Be Encouraged Faith Ministries, sweetie, don't let it drain you. A lot of us go through spiritual warfare. Don't let it drain you, sweetie. You better stand flat-footed on the promises of God, and you better put it before God. You gotta pray. You gotta literally pray. Cause see, when you warfare, them little spirits and demons, they leave you alone. Roman, I'm good, sweetheart. I am great. Lulu, how are you? Oh my God, you are from Egypt? Wow. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. But guys, I am so happy to be in the land of the living. Of course, I'm happy that you all are still living in these perilous end times. It's definitely a time to be alive. Make this go viral, LLC. Hello to you, sweetheart. Thank you. Yvonne, hello. Hello. Oh, this is your first live. Okay, A. Rice, hey. You always pop in. And guys, let me say this real quick before I dive into this. I don't know how many times I have to keep telling you all. When you guys email me, I am not going to be able to respond to your email lightning speed. And I don't understand how a lot of you all, not any of you that's up here in the chat, but a lot of you all, I don't know like who you think I am. I'm one woman with an actual real life. I got very real things going on in my life. What makes you all think that I am able to respond to an email lightning speed? It's not going to happen. And then a lot of you all, you seem to be a little bit unhinged. There was a young man, and he tunes into my lives. I don't even remember his name, but he was very rude. First of all, he came to me, and I didn't like how he was talking to me. When you all email me and come to me, please watch how you talk to me, because I'm not a disrespectful person. This man emailed me and said, hit a NIGGA up. Why would you even come at me like that? Why are you talking to me like that? And then when I didn't respond, I responded. He said something back, but I'm busy. I'm caught up. Do you all know how many emails I get daily? So he then sends an email, I guess because he didn't like the fact that I responded to the second email. He says, "Oh, I ain't about to be playing this game with you where you sitting back waiting to respond to me at a certain time. I thought because you was older, you was going to get back. Wait, what? What? Like, y'all got to stop doing this. I will not be disrespected. See, I blocked your email. So I don't play these type of games with people. Roman, how are you? Nay, hey. Yeah, it's sad when I have to put out this stuff because I really don't like to give haters and these weird people any type of attention or clout. But do you all know how many people are following me? And it ain't like my subscribers list is like through the roof, but I get a lot of emails. Some people I haven't responded to their email until like a month later, 2 months later. Like, are you kidding me? And so these people will take this stuff personal and start like lashing out. But that lets me know it's some issues there. Some people out here, they got some deep rooted internal emotional issues. But see, you could get off the meat rack, but I'm going to put you back on it in Jesus' name. Because like I said, I don't play these type of games. So Patricia, hey, sweetheart. Randy, hey, boo. How are y'all? So anyway, guys, let me dive into this. All of you all have friends in your life. You may not have a lot of friends. You may have one friend. You may have two friends. You may have several friends. But I think the term friends is used very loosely now. And I say that it's used loosely because there are a lot of people, they will put the title or the label friend on someone that they simply vibe with. And you all know what it means when you vibe with somebody. It's another higher level way of saying you have chemistry with someone. And sometimes we meet people or we are introduced to people from other mutual friends or co-workers or family members, and we have good chemistry with people. And there will be people, when you begin to talk, when you begin to share your story, they can relate to your story. And so you start to break down your walls, and you will be trusting of them. You will be very comfortable with them. And so if you all are vibing with each other, or there is a lot of good chemistry there, you all may go to the next level and say, I think you're really cool. I really like you. I can relate to a lot of what you're talking about, and you exchange numbers. I want you all to know before I get into the rest, there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with vibing out with somebody. It's nothing wrong with being able to relate to somebody. This is when it becomes a problem. We don't give people enough time to prove who they are in our life. I'm going to say that again. We don't give people enough time to prove who they are in our life. We will assume because we have good chemistry with people, or because they can relate to our struggle and what we've been through, we will automatically assume that they are eligible to come into our personal space. We will automatically assume that they are eligible to tell our deepest, darkest secrets. We will feel like they are eligible to share very private, personal, traumatic things about ourselves with them, simply because we have good chemistry with them. But you all got to understand that when you meet someone and when you're getting to know someone, you don't really fully know what they are capable of. You don't know how this person is when they get angry. You don't know how this person is when they're going through something spiritual, whether it's mental, physical. You don't know how a person is that you label a friend when they go through something in their marriage. Because I'm going to keep it real. Your friend is one way when things are great in their marriage, even though their marriage has nothing to do with you. But what I'm saying is that people have a tendency of whatever they're going through with their children, at work, with their spouse, they take it out on you. That's the point I'm making. That's the only point I'm making, is that when people are going through other things in their personal life, they will take it out on you. And so you may have a friend, he or she is real cool when their spouse is happy, When they're getting along with their husband, when they're getting along with their wife, they're all good. But when it's tension in the house and you go out to dinner with them or you hanging out with them, they snippy with you. They snappy with you. They're irritated. You could just say something. You could be chipper like, hey, and they snapping. They like, hey, you need to sit down. You need to shut up. Okay, so I see what's going on. You got something going on at home, and see now you trying to lash out at me, but whatever baby your husband did to you, you will not take it out on me. So some of you all, this is probably your experience. You don't know how your friend is until they get into it with their spouse. You don't know how your friend is or their temperament until they go through something at work. You don't know how your friend is when they fail at something, if they lose something or if they fail at something. You don't know how they act. You don't know what their frame of mind is. Some people, they cannot be level emotion. They're not leveled emotionally. Meaning, some people, when they go through things in life, it doesn't change their personality. Whatever they went through at home, when they come to your house, they left the drama that was going on at home with their husband or wife, they left it at the crib. And now it's just you and them. You won't even have any clue that they're going through in their marriage because they're not going to tell you anything. Their behavior is not different. But unfortunately, that's not every one of your stories. And so I'm saying all of this to say it takes time. The test of time lets us know who is who. And if you are guessing who somebody is in your life and you're unsure about them and you have a lot of questions about them, you don't really know who really is your friend. You don't know who's going to stick with you in the hard times. You don't know if it's a friend that's secretly envious of you. You only know through the test of time. Because sometimes you can have someone in your life and they're okay, they're solid, they're leveled. But when certain situations kick off, stuff comes to the surface. And then their character or their heart gets exposed. Or you piss them off enough where they start opening up their mouth and it reveals who they are. That's the point that I'm making. And so I really believe that friends is used loosely because people will say somebody is their friend, but they don't know their friend beneath the surface. They don't know their friend when it comes to them being in different settings. Some of you all, you may have a friend, they show out when other people are around. Let me break that down. Your friend is cool. They humble. They're laid back. They love you. They respect you. But when a certain man come in the room, then they start taking shots at you. They talk about your weight. They talk about your skin color. They talk about your hair. They talk about how bad your kids are because they want to show out in front of that man. How many of you all can relate to this? You got a girlfriend that she likes to show out. She becomes a different person when a man comes around, especially if she's attracted to that man. And I have seen women of all ages do this. You all will think that it's younger women that go through this. It's young, middle age, and older women. I have seen it in every sense. I've seen it at parties, in church. I've seen it when you hanging out in public. A friend is cool until a group of men come around or one particular man, and she does the most. Her voice changes. All of a sudden, she likes stuff that initially she telling you behind closed doors she don't even like it. Wait, sis, you like wine now? But me and you been friends for 5 years. You hate wine. But this man came in the room and he offered you a glass of wine and you get it. You like, oh yeah, make me a glass of wine. They become a totally different person. Then you got some friends that they love to make you feel inferior to them. They humble, they godly, they're okay. But when certain people come around, then they will begin to make comparisons in front of other people. They will say, oh, girl, she ain't Girl, her house section 8. Girl, she got uh a EBT card. Girl, all them groceries she got in her house, that girl got a link card. But see, it couldn't be me. It could never be me. Cause I work too hard, child. I work too hard. My check, I'm putting out $300 or $400 a week on groceries. So yeah, I know you saying like she work hard. I ain't throwing no shade or nothing at her, cause that's my girl. But I just gotta be real. Y'all know these types of friends. You know how some of them are. Then you got some friends, they cool. They a good girl until you take them out somewhere. And then they completely morph into somebody else. You always notice when it's a crowd, they different. They move in different. Their energy is different. Their vernacular is different. It's so much stuff that's different. But I have learned over the years of my life, I have learned that the test of time proves who all of us are. Because there could be moments where we thought that we were a great friend, but something kicked off and we gave up. I'm the first to admit, because I don't want any one of you all to be embarrassed, and I don't want you to be ashamed because you are transparent, but I'm going to be transparent with you. There are certain friends I gave up. I walked away. And I walked away because when somebody shows me something in their behavior, I'm not going to stick around to ask you a lot of questions. If I ask you one or two questions, or I try to call you and text you and you're avoiding me and ignoring me, I'm done. That's just me. That's my personality. I will not kiss anybody's behind. I will not chase behind anybody. I'm not calling anybody on the phone asking them, why aren't they calling me back? Why are they not responding to my text? I'm just not doing it. It has nothing to do with ego. It has nothing to do with pride. You are not going to waste my time. If somebody cares about me and loves me, they're going to show me, even when I'm not so lovable. This is what you all get twisted about love. Love is not a switch you turn on and off. You cannot love me today, Wednesday, and then you hate me tomorrow. And then you turn the switch back on Saturday, but then you hate me Sunday and Monday. I use this example all the time. Love is love. Love stands the test of time. Now, it could be an enemy attack because the enemy hates unity. And the enemy, I believe, with a couple of my friendships, the enemy has gotten involved. Okay. And I still leave that to God. If it's meant for me to reconcile with a couple of friends, I leave that to the Lord. I'm not digging into that anymore. And so what I'm saying is that some people, they are the type of person where they show you something and you all don't take it at face value. You want to keep digging and digging and digging when they're literally showing you. If you just pay attention to them, they're showing you what it is. They're showing you like, okay, I'm not in this friendship with you for the long haul. If you lose your house right now, if you lose your job, if you lose your car, if you called a friend up and you needed a few dollars for some help, they would not give it to you. They would tell you you're a grown woman. And they would ask you a bunch of questions. Hey, listen, why are you asking me a bunch of questions? If I call you on the phone and I tell you I need $200, you better believe I need that $200. What makes you think that I'm proud to get on the phone as a grown woman and ask you for $200? And that's a low ball. Because there's some people here, I done heard stories of people asking their friend for $1,000 and $2,000 and $3,000. So somebody asking you for $200 ain't nothing. $100 ain't nothing. $50 is nothing. But I know folks out here that have fell out with a friend for $25 and $50. Childish payments on stupid stuff. And so what I'm saying is that some friends, they will not give it to you. They will use you being a grown man or a grown woman and say, no, I'm not giving it to you. And they will question you about what you're going to do with it. See, stuff like that, I don't like playing these types of games in friendships and relationships with people, because I feel like already I know, if I know you and I know you're a hard worker and you're responsible, if you do break down and come and ask me for something, it don't even have to be financial. But I know if you do ask me for something, I know that that's probably very difficult for you. So what am I about to go on a tangent and put you on trial and start questioning you about why you asking me for $200? I don't care what you do with it. I don't care what you asking me for the $200 for if I have it. My thing is after I give it to you, I'm done with it. I did my part. But a lot of so-called friends, they put you on trial. Well, I'm gonna need this back, and if you don't get this back, listen, okay, look, there are different scenarios. Because if you got a friend that's married, taking money out of the household, that is something that's serious because you don't know how finances are set up in your friend's marriage. Their spouse, they may have a joint account, so their spouse should know about that. But then on the other hand, I know some people that are married, and if a friend needs money, they don't let their husband or wife know. They don't feel it's a need. That's another conversation. I don't want to step on nobody's toes, but everybody got their situation set up differently. But I'm warming you all up. I'm warming you up, okay? By throwing these different scenarios out here because we have, like I said, a bad habit of taking people in and putting the friend title on them, and they are not eligible to be called a friend. The test of time will always show you who somebody is. Like I said, don't get this confused because it's a very fine line. Because some of you all friends are coming to your spirit now. It's coming to your mind now, and you like, I don't really know. Could it just be that the enemy attacked that friendship? Because if you had some friends in the kingdom and you all went your separate way, God could have caused a separation, but it doesn't necessarily mean it is a permanent separation. It could just be temporary. I've talked to you all about this before. But then on the other hand, there are some of you all, you know that someone is not your friend and you see all the red flags and you continue to keep them in your life. You have a friend that lies to you repeatedly about various things. You have a friend that lies on you to other people. You have a friend that comfortably allows other people to talk about you behind your back. It could be their other friends. They don't stop them, they don't correct them, they don't check them. You have a friend that tells all of your business to their mother, because some friends are like this. You can talk about something that's going on in your life, and your best friend, they go and tell their mama all your business. They tell their parents all your business. They tell their siblings all of your business. They will tell their very children about your business. If they got older kids or teenage kids, I cannot tell you all how many scenarios and situations I see where there are people who have children that are 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 25, 30 years old, and they will be telling their children, their friends' business. This is unacceptable. This is disgusting. It's unacceptable. It's out of order. We have got to learn how to keep our friendships and situations separate from other people. Don't invite other people into your friendships and what's going on. Just don't do it because it gets sticky, it gets messy, and you're not supposed to do this. And so, let me just give you all some things and signs that someone is not really your friend. And a lot of you all should know this, but I don't think a lot of you all really do know this. Um, a friend is somebody, it's a large topic, but a friend is not someone that uses what they know about you against you. That's what I put in my community tab today. A friend definitely is not someone who uses what they know about you against you. And I literally don't care what it is. I don't care how ugly it is. I don't care how ungodly it is. It's your stuff. And it probably took a lot for you to even open up and become transparent about your filth to that friend. I don't care what it was or what it is. It could be you had an affair with somebody. It could be you have a drug problem, an alcohol problem. It could be that you're really going through some things mentally. You might have been pushed to take medication. Anything. Only you all know what you share with your friends. However, there will come a time and a season where you and your friend or friends, you're bumping heads on different things. There is no relationship out here on the planet Earth that does not have a trial. Every relationship, parents have trials with their children. Husband and wives have trials with their husband or their wife. People have trials with their boyfriend or their girlfriend. People have trials with clergy in the body of Christ. And friends have a trial with their friends. You will bump heads with a friend. Sometimes you don't understand why. It could just be both of you all that simultaneously are going through something. You could be going through something at home. You can have a lot on your mind because you have a very demanding job. You can be going through something because you're tired of going through. You've been going through for the past 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it is. It could be within your family. It could be within your mind. It could be spiritually, but you just agitated. You're irritable. The friend is walking on eggshells. It could be because you starting to notice certain things about your friend. You notice they cool when it's just you and them, but when other people come around or when a certain person comes around, they start to act different. You may recognize and understand that when you go around that friend, um somebody that is a friend of your friend, they know a lot of your business. They coming to you, questioning you and saying stuff to you, and you like, wait a minute, this is not my friend. How does he or she know this very intricate detail about this certain area of my life? You notice these things, and this is when a lot of you all, this is when the trial begins with friendships. But some of you all, no matter what the trial has been, your friend has still remained in your life. Some of you all, you can fall out with your friend right now. Y'all cussing each other out, you screaming and you hollering, you crying. It's just emotions are very, very high, but they are still your friend. You all still will call each other and still text each other. Once you calm down, they're still your friend. But listen, on the other hand, now here's the point. Here's the meat of this live. A friend, no matter how bad you piss them off, and no matter how angry they make you, they don't use what they know about you to drive the nail deeper in you. I need you all to pay attention to that and take all the time you need. A friend that knows your trauma, a friend that knows what you've gone through, a friend that knows and understands the losses you've taken in life, they will not use it against you when there comes a trial period. They will not use these things against you when you all bump heads with each other. I need you all to understand this, because with a real friendship, there should be love. And you all know, according to the word of God, what love is. I'm going to put that scripture up here when I'm done. But you all know that there is a list of what love is and what love is not. And it's not my opinion, it's by the Bible standards. And one of the things that friends should not be doing when they love you for real and they're a real friend, they should never use against you what they know about you. And they should not be keeping a record of pain you've caused them or offense that you've caused them in the past. Friends will do this. Friends will sit back, not all, some. They will sit back and be angry about something you did or said 10 years ago. And then you all bump heads on something, and then they bring up the very thing you did 10 years ago. And then they start to talk about stuff you shared with them. So let's just say you're going through something really deep in your marriage, okay? And let's say that your spouse cheated on you ladies, okay? If that friend, when you all argue and bump heads with each other, they bring up, that's why I see why your husband cheats on you. This is not your friend. Anybody that's married will tell you how difficult it is to be married. It's easy to get married, but to actually stay married and work through that, it is very difficult. And so different things come up in marriage. Different things come up in marriage because there are two lives trying to intertwine and become one life. And so sometimes when somebody gets married, issues were not ironed out before marriage. And so once they do get married, these things start to come up. Your spouse, just for anybody who's thinking about marriage or God promised you that, I just want to let you all know something. Take it from a woman that used to be married for those that are new here. And I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about it. Nobody could ever use it against me. I actually laugh at it. But one thing I could tell you is that marriage is not different. And in the sense of everything's not going to be cleared out of your husband or your wife when you get married. That's just the reality of it. Whoever is telling you all that once you get married to somebody, that all of their issues, all of their insecurities, all of their failures, all of their problems that they had before you walked into the chapter of their life is going to disappear, they lied to you. Stop watching these sitcoms and these TV shows and these people being fake on social media, acting as if marriage is all the way through perfect, because it's not. And so you all need to understand that the reality is when you get married, everything about your spouse is not going to be cleared out. So sometimes after marriage, when certain things kick off, it comes to the surface. Abuse could be one. If your spouse, male or female, were in an abusive family and this was never addressed, could be after marriage, now they feel okay putting their hands on you because that's what they saw their parents doing. They didn't see the toxicity in that. They didn't think anything was wrong with that. It takes them going to counseling and a lot of prayer and a lot of them having conversations with you for you to be like, this is wrong. Because I make you mad, that don't give you the right to put your hands on me. We need to address this. And so a friend, when they know these details about you, they know whatever area of your life that has caused you a lot of pain. Your friend, for the most part, they know what is embarrassing to you. They know what is shameful to you. They know what is embarrassing to you. But anytime a friend gets to the point they uncover and they berate you. Berate just means, for those who don't know, berate just means to criticize or scold you. You all ever had a friend like that? They scold and heavily criticize you like they're your parent. Why would you do that? You just so stupid. You dumb. I can't even believe you did that. I'm telling you all, this is not how friendships should operate. You should always tell your friend the truth. You should come to them in love, but respectfully, and say, listen, sis, this is not it. What you doing, this not cool. I don't like who you becoming. I don't like how you talking to me. I don't like how you acting. It's okay to ask your friend. You can refer to a situation and say, okay, now I know you're going through something with your husband. I know you're going through something with your wife. Is this why you're biting my head off now? You've got to know how to talk to your friend. But some of you all, you're friends with somebody that is constantly berating you. They're constantly using against you what they know about you. And then you all are shocked when you fall out with a friend or you all get into it and you decide to part ways, and then all of your business is out in the street. A real friend? How many of you can honestly say you've been friends with somebody and you know some stuff about them? Mr. Doubtful, thank you so much. How many of you all know that a real friend is somebody you have been friends with them for many years and now the friendship have ended, but all the things they know about you, it has never left their lips? How many of you can honestly say that you've experienced being friends with somebody and you are no longer friends with them, but nothing has come back to you that they know about you? Nobody has text messaged you or called you. You have not run into anybody and they told you, oh, I heard you and so fell out. You all are not friends anymore. But wait, she said that you, how many of you have been that friend where you got a lot of information, You know some very, very damaging secrets and information on your friend. But if you was to bump heads with them right now, their secrets would never leave your lips. And they may be 100% in the wrong as to why the friendship ended. And they might be out here just dogging you out, but you still holding your tongue. How many of you all can honestly say that that is the type of friend you are? You solid. But a friend that gets mad at you and they go and tell all your business, or they start berating you and disrespecting you and using your past against you, or coughing up and bringing up your past, that is not a friend. That is not a friend. So I'm here to tell you all today, now again, it is time for you all to start doing inventory. Now already there is a video message. I don't know if it's even uploaded yet, but there is a video message that I made about monitoring spirits. And that kind of ties into this, because there are some of you, you also have friends that monitor you. How? I know you all are saying, but Kiki, how? How would a friend monitor me? The friend that sits back and they see you working your fingers to the bone as far as your business goes. They see that you are trying to develop a system to change some things about yourself. And you are redirecting a lot of things and chaos in your life. And they sit back and they monitor you. They don't ask you questions because they really are concerned about you. They don't ask you questions because they really want to help you. They are only asking you questions because they want to be able to pinpoint what it is that you're literally working on, because they want to try and attempt to ruin it. Or they want to put a limit. They want to try to limit it. Or they see what you're doing, but they don't want growth. They don't want growth. I used the example the other day when I put how people will sit back and watch you but never congratulate you. They will never congratulate you. They will never compliment you, but you know that they're watching you. Fake friends do this all the time. They do it all the time. You may have a friend right now. You're on Facebook. You're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and they see you putting up pictures of your business, or you won. You just got a couple of wins in your life. Everybody else is congratulating you. They're complimenting you. They're sending their love to you. They're sending their wishes. But your friend is nowhere in that thread to be found. But yet you can look on their page. You can look into your timeline, and you can see them complimenting a whole bunch of other people. You can see them sharing other people's business. You could see them complimenting other people, telling them, oh, I love you, sis. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. But wait, I'm doing the same thing he or she doing. You ain't said nothing to me. You haven't said nothing to me in real life or on my page. You're not sharing nothing that I'm doing. Why are you all, some of you all, you're not paying attention to this? You gotta be real careful of that friend that you know for a fact is watching you. You know they're watching you. You know they're following you, but they don't have anything to say to you. What would be the reason behind that? Some people may say, okay, well, Kiki, here's the deal. I got friends that I see and they have a business. They cook, they sell clothing, they do hair, they do certain stuff in the kingdom, but I just don't care for it. I don't like they cooking. I don't like how they do hair. I don't like they platform. I don't like they channel. I don't like the work that they put out. Okay? I remember I had a conversation with a friend about this years ago. But here's the deal. Just because you don't like it, it doesn't mean that people in your audience isn't going to like it. Who cares that you don't like it? Who cares? Sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. It breeds contempt. Hold on, y'all. I had a troll. But anyway, some people, they're like that. Some friends, they will say that. Well, I don't like her cooking. I don't like his cooking. I don't like how she does hair. I don't like the content she puts out on her platform. That's why I don't share it. It has nothing to do with me being jealous of him or her, but it doesn't matter. It does not mean that you have the right to not share it if you're a friend. See, sometimes people get this friendship thing twisted. They feel like when they are not in agreement with something, that the support should stop. And it depends on what it is. I'm not talking about nothing that goes against the word of God. But sometimes in your everyday life, you could simply be working on a dream or a goal. And just because that friend does not like it, they just don't support it. But it doesn't mean that the people they know won't like it, enjoy it, or they won't support it. And that is a very real thing. So I want you all to really pay attention to this, and I want you all to understand it. A friend does not use against you things that they know about you. When your friend knows that you have already been broken, and some of you all, you've been broken repeatedly. You have been broken in every area, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, physically. You have gone through so many things. And they will sit and play in your face. And when you all are on trial with each other and not really getting along, they will use the very things that they know about you against you. Anytime you got a friend that comes to you and tells you, this is why you going through that. See, I understand now why you went through that, even if it's truth to it. The fact that they bringing it to you and throwing it in your face, and they doing it because they're angry at you, you need to pay attention to that. When you see a friend that you cannot trust, they have broken and violated your trust, not once, not twice, but countless times. Why are some of you all still in that friendship? Who cares? Who cares about the fact that you've been friends with them since you were little? Who cares that your mothers are friends with each other? So you got to be friends with them. You are not obligated to stay friends with anybody. And this is why I say friends is used. It's always going to be a very large topic, but it's used so loosely. People use it loosely. They call everybody their friend. But you all have people that you are claiming as a friend, and in your darkest hour, where were they? Where were they? Some of you all may say, well, Kiki, we live in our own life. It don't mean I'm not friends with somebody, but I got problems too. I got issues too. I'm living my life. But you mean to tell me you have a friend that's been going through something? Let's just say we use an example. Let's say a friend been going through a situation for 5 or 6 years. You mean to tell me for 5 or 6 years you haven't showed up, but you call yourself a friend? I think not. You can always make time for your friend if that's what you really want to do. Come on, y'all. We're grown. We're not stupid. We support the people that we want to support. We support the people that we want to support. Yes, every now and then things come up. Sometimes we're blindsided by things. Things take us by surprise. Sometimes we get knocked off track. But for the most part, we know when we need to step up and show our face and our presence in the life of a friend. But we got friends that will sit back and they will see you struggling. They will see you going through. They will see and know that you're having a hard time, and they will be silent. They will sit back and watch it. And then when other people have a strong opinion about you and they become overly vocal about you, that friend will sit back there and they will allow it. They won't check them. They won't say, don't talk about my friend. Don't do this. Don't do that. They will continue to do it. Forever Mimi, hey, how are you? They will continue to allow it to go on. So today, I want all of you all to really, really be mindful and pay attention to how are your friends reacting with you, or how do you react towards your friend when things get hard between you? How do you act? Are you the type of friend that when your friend goes through something, you walk away from them? You walk away from them and you're done. You don't give them an explanation. See, don't get caught up in what you see on social media, because they put these little memes up and they say we getting too grown, we getting too old to explain to somebody why we left and why we cut them off. They know exactly what they doing, but in reality, some people really don't know what they doing. People cannot correct something that you're not confronting them about. Believe it or not, there are a lot of behaviors and things that people have, and they really don't know that they're doing anything wrong until you tell them. They really don't know. And so, what I'm saying to you all is that you've got to pay more attention to this and stop being so lenient with friends. Any friends that's telling your business to their friends, in my opinion, this is just my opinion now, I don't feel that they're a friend. I don't. How are they a friend but they're telling your business to other people? They're not invited. They're not invited to know your personal business. You did not invite them. They're not invited to understand you. They are not eligible to know what your story is and what your background is and what your struggle is. You're not invited. But people will comfortably take information that they have on their friend, or they bump heads with their friend, and they will go and tell their other friends about it. They will bring innocent people into a situation that has nothing to do with what is going on or the issue at hand. And before you know it, all of your stuff is blasted out here in the streets because of one friend. Why do some of you all continue to put yourself through this? I don't care how much chemistry you have with somebody. I don't care how much you get along with them. I don't care what you've gone through with them. When it gets to the point that you bump heads with a friend and they start using against you what they know about you, or to level the disagreement off, they throw in your face what they know about you or your past, you need to question that friendship. You need to question that relationship. How is it that somebody that's your friend, they don't have self-control? You made them that angry from a minor, I'm talking about minor stuff, because I don't know what you all are going through with your friends. But I know that friendships are tested. I know that friendships are tested. I know that friendships are tried. I know God will separate friends for a season. I know this for a fact. I've lived through it. I am still living through it. I know this for a fact. Hands down. Hands down. It may not be that it's not meant for you and that person to be friends, but for a season, separation has to come, because there's cleansing that's needed on your end, or it could be cleansing that's needed on that friend's end. That's a fact. But some of you all, you actively invite these friends in your life, and they are in your face. You're allowing them to come in your homes. You're allowing them to come around your spouse. You're allowing them to come around your children. And you've already seen a part of their character. You know you cannot tell that friend certain information, because you know that their character is, when I make her or him mad, they're going to tell my business. I know if I piss her or him off, they're going to use against me what they know about me. Why is this person still considered your friend? Friends know how to hold information. Friends know how to keep secrets and take it to God in prayer. Friends know that, hey, okay, I see what my girl is involved in. I see what my guy's involved in. I'm going to keep this a secret and I'm going to just go and I'm going to pray about it. Friends know about being discreet, even through anger. I would rather cut you off and just ignore you and not say anything than I continue to have a conversation with you and we're constantly bumping heads and then it gets heated. Just for your protection and for mine, I would just stop talking. In cases like that, yeah, that's fine, temporarily. But, hey, Tequila, but some of you all, you stay through it. You keep these friends and you allow them to stay in your life and you continue to share personal things with them knowing that you've already seen their character. You see how they act with other people. You see how they perform and how they interact and respond to other people, but you think because you're the friend, they're going to be different. Stop labeling people that you have chemistry with, or stop labeling people that you can relate to. Stop labeling them your friend. That's not evidence or proof that somebody is your friend. A friend sticks with you at every level. At every level. Because a friend understands that you're constantly evolving. They understand, hey, Mr. Hoodie, they understand you're constantly changing. They understand that you're growing. You're going through different things. Who in their right mind, this goes for me too, who, Adina Collins, yes, acquaintances, who in their right mind actually believes that somebody that's your friend, they're a finished product? You are a fool. Yes, I'm saying fool. You are a very foolish person if you really believe that somebody who is your friend got everything together. It's no different from what I said earlier in the beginning of this live when I talked about marriages. When you marry somebody, you a fool if you think that person is cleaned up and they got all their stuff together. It ain't no way. It ain't no way. This person was raised totally different from you. They came from a different background than you. You all both have different feelings, thoughts, and opinions on a whole bunch of stuff. You cannot possibly believe that this person is exactly like you. No two people are the same. Friendships, you are supposed to exercise love. You are supposed to exercise patience. You are supposed to exercise respect. You are supposed to be able to hold your friends' information and their secrets, even when the friendship is on trial. Who am I talking to? Some of you all, it's a long stretch. It's a long stretch for you because you feel justified in dogging out your friend and telling their business because they make you mad. You feel justified in telling your friends secrets. There are friends out here, they are so dirty. This is how dirty some friends are. You will tell them about a guy that you like. You will tell them about a man that you're attracted to. And that friend, all of a sudden, will like him too. But they'll know that the guy likes you more. So what will they do? When your back is turned, they'll go and then they will tell that man a lot of dirt about you to make that man stop liking you and being attracted to you. Or they will tell someone that they know is closely knit to that man so that information can get to him. This is how dirty and underhanded and undercover certain friends are. And yes, it happens in the body of Christ. Some people will say we big on this in the body of Christ, but I challenge it every time. People will say, oh, no. Kiki, people with the spirit of the Lord, it's just certain stuff they not going to do. The devil is a liar. You character it is not always in good shape, whether somebody got the spirit of the Lord in them or not. This stuff takes time, which is why God's grace and mercy is so underrated. He gives us time to get it together. But there are some things. the person is very well aware of it. They know exactly what they're doing. Do you really think that a friend does not know they could say something to you right now and it will hurt you? Come on. They know. Your friend knows what buttons to push with you. They know what to say that's going to send you off. They know what to bring up that's going to evoke anger in you. They know this. And we got to stop thinking because somebody is a Christian that means, Tony, thank you so much, that means, okay, they not going to do me like that. Let me tell y'all something. This is a real thing that happened with me and an old friend. I'm no longer friends with this person. Years ago, I was friends with this particular girl, and there was a guy that she liked. Okay? She liked the guy in church. I may have told this story to you all before. I got many real true stories, but for those who've never heard it, I'm going to tell it again. But this friend, she was heavily attracted to this man. A lot of women in the ministry liked him. And she started dating him. He had came and told me and some other people, it wasn't just me, it was several other people like within our circle. He had shared with us that he wanted to date her and that he liked her, he was attracted to her. Okay, fine, whatever. I had zero attraction to this guy, like zero attraction to him. Didn't look at him like that. And he wasn't an ugly man, highly successful, very educated, whatever. And so she liked him. They started dating and everything, from what I thought, was going good. Everybody was doting on them. We went out bowling a couple of times. It was a lot of us, groups of us from church that had went out bowling and we hung out. And everything was going good for a few months. Well, this particular friend was extremely insecure. I knew this about her. I knew way before she started dating a guy that one of her flaws was that she was extremely jealous spirited and insecure. Okay. But I never saw it displayed towards me. Okay. But so I thought, like I told y'all in the beginning of the live, you don't really know who somebody is until it's tested. The test of time, man, it shows you who is who. It shows you where people are. So I knew who she was because I saw how she moved and navigated around other people and other friendships. I knew what it was, but she was dating this guy. And I knew she was jealous. I knew she was insecure. And she knew that a lot of women was on this man in church like white on rice. Okay? Women just was into him. They wanted him. Women was going crazy. And I saw all ages of women on him. I'm talking about grown, married women wanted this man, y'all. I have no reason to lie. This is how sought after he was. And so they were dating. And she used to call him. They played the little phone tag games. Let me sit back and see who's going to call me first. So it was a couple of times he called her first. It was a couple of times she called him first. Now, he may not, I don't know. He may not have had everything cleared out with his ex-girlfriend because maybe a couple of months before he started dating this friend of mine, he still has some ties to the ex-girlfriend. I'm not sure. It was kind of like buzz around that, but we couldn't verify it. And so they got into it because from her jealousy and her insecurity, because I was with her this particular day, she came to my house. And when she came to my house, she called him. She said, I haven't heard from so-and-so all day today. Do you think I should call him? I was like, well, give him a call. Listen, you don't always have to wait for him to call you. You call him. Don't play no games. You like him. He like you, girl. If he ain't called you, I said, go ahead and call him. And I said, if he don't answer, just shoot him a text. Leave him a voicemail. So she called him. He didn't answer his phone. 2 or 3 hours had passed, and we had been talking. We ordered some food. We was just hanging out. He still had not called. She ended up spending the night at my house. I fell asleep. I went in my room. I fell asleep. I think she went in the guest room or she was laid on the couch. She was somewhere, baby, because when I go to sleep, that's it. I don't care what y'all out here doing. So anyway, I went to sleep. And before I went to sleep, she was like, Key, I'm going to spend the night. Is that okay? I was like, yeah, sure. Gave her little blankets, whatever. I went in my room. Hey, Danny. So I was done with that. The next day I woke up. She was furious. She was walking around my living room, stomping up and down the kitchen. She was loud. She was screaming. She was cussing like she was angry. So I'm like, okay, what's the problem? Why are you so mad? She was like, do you know so-and-so still have not returned my call? I was like, wait, what time did you call him yesterday? She was like, I called him at like 6 something in the evening. And he has not responded to my text message. He has not called me back. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe something came up. Maybe he's sick. He could be sick. He could be at work. Maybe he's at the church doing something. It got really bad. Finally, when he decided to call her, and I don't even think he called, I think she called him again. So she called him again, and this was all going on at my house. They was getting into it. And so he got so frustrated. He was like, you know what? I'm just done. I cannot do this. You're too insecure for me. He was like, I was busy. He was explaining to her why he didn't call. And I think he said as far as the text message went, he didn't see the text. And so they were done with each other. When I saw him, just like a couple of other people that we were cool with, we still spoke to him. Because I'm this type of person. You're not going to control me. I don't like controlling people. You're not going to tell me whether we friends or not who I can and cannot talk to. If you got beef with somebody else, that has nothing to do with me. You should only be confronting me if I'm telling your business to the person you fell out with. Because that's witchcraft. You should not be controlling your friends. And some friends are like this. They feel like whoever they got beef with, you got to have beef with them too. And I could go deeper because, like I said, with married couples, I see that people feel like if the husband feel like if the wife don't like a particular person, he can't like them. No, you immature. You need to have a real conversation with your wife. That's something else. I ain't gonna even touch on that right now. But people just are immature. They weird. They what I call witchy. They have like witchy vibes to me where they it's their way of the highway. They want to control you. They are master manipulators, even in marriage. And they feel like, oh, honey, if I don't like this person, you can't like him either. Or your man, your husband, oh, I don't like him. He did blah, blah, blah. And if I catch you talking to him, I'm going to check you. No, you're a witch. You're a warlock at this point. Because if that man ain't did nothing to your wife, as long as your wife not having inappropriate conversations with him, why can't she not speak to him at church? Why when she comes outside and she's going to work, if he says hi to her, why can't your wife say hi? You got the beef with him, not your wife. So like I'm just different when it comes to stuff like this. Y'all can feel the way y'all feel about it, but me, I don't know. People be having a lot of witchy vibes, and I don't like that. Coming up in a family when there was witches in my bloodline, they're deceased, but I don't like that. I don't play around with that little spirit. I just don't like it. So what I was saying is that she got real upset and they stopped dating. He said he was done with her. And she was so hurt about it. She actually cried because she really, really liked this guy. She had really deep feelings for him. She really liked him, but she was in tears. And I was like, wow, I didn't really know that your feelings for him was really deep like that to the point of you crying. And she just felt like the opportunity she got to mess with this really successful guy that is heavily sought after about women. She just felt like, man, out of all the women in the ministry, he chose her. And then just like that, in like a split-second conversation, he was done. Now, we tried to kind of like debunk it and decode it because we felt like it was too easy for him to drop her. It could have been some other women that, you know, he had like on the back burner and that left room, because sometimes men are like that, but sometimes women are like that as well. But it just seemed to be too easy. And so I kept talking to him. Me and a couple of the other friends in the little crew, we kept talking to him. I would have long, drawn-out conversations with him. But when I saw him, I'd be like, hey, so-and-so, how you doing? He would hug me. We fist bump. I see him. We be in service. He, you know, nod his head. I'd be like, hey, how you doing? A couple of times he came in my class when I was teaching Sunday school. He sat there. He talked to me. He talked to the kids. It was nothing about that friend. It was so innocent. It was so general. Just general conversation. She found out about it. Well, it wasn't. It was nothing that was being hidden. It's just that she would see when she would come to church. She would see that, okay, if I'm walking down the hall, I spoke to him. I would speak to him in front of her face. I didn't care because my thing is I don't have beef with him. You got into it with him, not me. So she was getting really angry about that. I still didn't pay attention to it, but she texted me one day. We started getting into it. She said, Kiki, I hate to text you this, but I gotta be real with you. And I'm gonna respect the God in you. I don't like the fact that you still are communicating with so and so because I'm no longer dating him. And as my friend, you're my best friend. So if I am no longer dating so and so, that means you need to stop talking to him. So I text her back. I'm like, I'm not going to stop talking to him because whatever you and him went through, it has nothing to do with me. That's you and him. I said, now I'm not talking about you to him. I would never tell your business or anything to him, but I could be civil to him. I could be cool with him. And so she said to me, she gave me an ultimatum. She gave me an ultimatum. She said, Kiki, it's either him or me. I said, oh, it's going to have to be you then. What you thought? I said, sweetie, I'm a grown woman. You will not tell me who I can and cannot talk to. See, friendships, when it start entering into a friend being possessive, there's something else underneath that going on. I don't know. I'm going to let y'all play around with that or what you think. But I ain't going to put that in the airways, but just me and my way of thinking, I'm going to feel like it's some other underlying stuff going because you being possessive and it's weird. You're acting like a creep now. You're giving me witchy vibes. I don't know. You trying to tell me to cut somebody off because he don't want to date you. And so it just went into this whole like tornado of she was huffing and puffing when I would come to church. She was huffing and puffing at him. She would break down crying in church. It was a lot going on with that, all because this man no longer wanted to date her. And she took it out on me. I was okay with diminishing the friendship. I was okay because I'm very strong in that. I am strong. My personality is strong. When I say something and I really mean it, I'm done with that. You're not going to, you can write me a check for $1,000,000. I don't want it. I'm done. Do you understand me? I'm done. It's nothing to talk about. We're not having, hold on, y'all. We're not having any discussion about anything. So, I just was like, wow. And so I started to see then how if you don't put your foot down with friends in the beginning, that things will continue and it will spill over into something else. You have to be confident in your friendships. One thing about it is that I don't get involved with my friends' other friends. I don't care about that. I'm not putting any energy into that. Whoever my friends, and I don't have a lot of friends like that. I could count on one hand. I don't question my friends about their friendships. I don't care who they hang out with. I don't care who they go on vacation with. I don't care who they laughing at, cause he. I literally don't care about none of that. I literally don't care. Just don't tell my business to your friends and we good. I didn't invite your friend. If I wanted your friend to know my business, I would have invited him or her into my business. But the thing that I'm saying to you all is that there are friends out here. They are like this. They will try to control you to the point they feel like whoever I got beef with, you got beef with them too. And it's very childish. Kids in grammar school do this. They do stuff like this. They try to control a friend because they feel either intimidated by other friends or they feel like they're losing something if they don't have control. Some of you all may have friends like that, where your friends feel like, if I got an issue with this person, you got to have an issue with them too. And they feel that it's taking something away from them. They want to know the ins and outs of what's going on with a particular person. Excuse me. They want to know the ins and outs of that. And if they don't know all the details of that situation, then they'll give you an ultimatum. You, under no circumstances, are supposed to be giving your friend an ultimatum when it comes to you, especially not when it comes to a man. Anytime you falling out with a friend over a man, like what are you doing? In a situation like that, like, no. A man, this not even your husband. It's just a man, that a Negro that you dating, or a dude that you dating, and you just smitten over him, and you all are not together, and you might break up with him 6 months or a year from now. And because y'all beefing, now you want me to have an issue with him. Why create an enemy that's really not my enemy? And I don't think a lot of people in friendships, they pay attention to that. They don't pay attention to that at all. And so what I'm saying to you all is that everybody has to learn, like I said, from the test of time, who really is a true friend, or who is worthy to be called a friend. Whatever your situation is, a friend who is your real friend, a friend that loves you, a friend that respects you, they will not use against you what they know about you, period. Or especially when they get mad at you, they will not use it against you. And this is something that you all need to know. And I especially want the people in the body of Christ to understand this, because we use God. We always have a bad habit of using God as an excuse to continue a relationship. And people in the body of Christ, they use it to justify bad behavior. They use it to justify red flags. They use it to justify toxicity. They use the name of the Lord to manipulate. And you all need to know the difference. Why is it that certain people in the body of Christ feel like, well, this person is a Christian too, and they're saved too, so I got to be friends with them? Now, you know what? If you are praying about your friendship and you're putting it before God, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not going to touch on that too much, because we should all be praying about our friends and our friendships. We should always pray for our friends, because we never really know what they're going through. But some of you all, you know exactly who your friend is, and you've been knowing who they are for a very long time. But because you say that you're doing your godly duty by keeping that particular friend in your life, you have not cut them off. You have not removed them. And so what I'm telling you all is that there is a protocol that you should follow with friends. There are many things that we all could share and talk about as far as when it comes to friends. But one of the things is, your friends don't go back and tell your information. They don't use against you what they know about you. And if they do say something to you, they say it in love. Excuse me. They say it in love and respectfully. They say it in love and respectfully. It breaks my heart when I see people remain friends with someone that tells their business. And I've questioned people like, why are you still friends with that person? Oh, well, we got a lot of history. I've been friends with that person for 20 or 30 years. Why are you still friends with a person that saw you get hurt in some type of way? And they didn't help, they didn't assist, they stood on the sideline. They allowed people to talk about you. They allowed your name and character to be slandered. And at no point did they stop it. No point did they correct it. No point did they come and defend you in your honor. They did not do it. And a lot of you all, you sit back and you allow it. Start paying more attention to. You need to have a guideline for how, this is just me talking now. You need to have a guideline as to what you feel is a friend or not. You need to have a guideline. You don't need friends in your life that only use you as their personal emotional crutch. Some friends, they only want to call you when they're going through something. They want your ear. They want your sympathy. But when you go through something, they're never available. They're never nowhere around. They don't care about what you going through. When you on the phone with them and you tell them what you going through or what you're experiencing, they flip the conversation around and they start talking about themselves. They make the entire conversation all about them. They halfway listening to you when you on the phone talking to them. And you all will still be out here claiming these people or that person as a friend. You have friends that will sit back and see what you're working on and what you're trying to do. And they will not compliment it. They will not support you. Period. You got a friend that's always complaining about you. That's like the worst. Have you all ever had a friend, every time you turn around, that friend is complaining about you? Every time. Every time. They always find some type of fault in you. They always find some type of flaw, failure, or flaw in you. They never have anything good to say about you. It's always just fault and flaws. They highlight everything that's wrong with you. But then when you try to tell them about themselves, oh no, that's not what you seeing. That's not what you think. I've talked to you all about this so many times. But periodically the friendship topic will come up. And so what I'm telling you all is that friends that are talking down to you, friends that try to raise themselves up and make it like they're superior over you, now you need to question, is this really my friend? It shouldn't be a competition with friends. When they win, you win. When you win, they win. I don't want no friends in my life that feel the need to compete with me. Period. I don't need any friend in my life that have collected over the years what they know about me or the losses they've seen me take, and then at the right moment they want to use it against me. I don't want any friend in my life to where they go and tell my information to their other friends or their family members. I just don't need it. It's immature. It's you're out of order, and it's not of God. If I didn't invite you to tell my business to other people, then don't. Why do your friends have an opinion about me? They don't know me. They don't know me. They don't have the right to have an opinion about me. And it's a lot of people, they downplay this. I've heard people say, well, Kiki, people gonna do that. People gonna do that. People just, it's not malicious. They just have conversations with their parents about their friends, or they'll just be talking to their friend about another friend. But did your friend invite those friends into their personal life? No, they did not. You're out of order. You're out of order. You don't have the right. I'm telling y'all, don't go out here telling your friends. If you got a friend right now, right? They're your friend. It could be a male or female. But you also have several other friends outside of the one friend. You don't go and tell that one friend's business to your other friends. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Because how can you be so sure that something's not going to come up where all of you all are together in the same room? Something may come up with somebody celebrating their birthday, or their child is going off to college, or y'all choose to go on a vacation together, or you choose to take a road trip together. These type of things start to happen. And sometimes you didn't know it was going to happen, but you don't know what the future holds. And so somebody will come out and be like, oh, well, did you take care of that? You'll be like, wait, how you know about that? Who told you that? Oh, well, so-and-so told me about, yeah, but I didn't tell so-and-so to tell you that. Or sometimes when you are with that friend, their friends are acting funny towards you. Because you guys got to understand, you could be friends with somebody and you share certain things with them and they are still comfortable with you. They still respect you. They still talk to you. However, if they go and share your personal information with their friends, those friends are uncomfortable with that information. They don't like it. They're actually disgusted by you and they don't respect you. So when they see you, that's where the bad energy is coming from. They looking at you up and down, they turning their nose up at you, you trying to engage them in innocent conversation and they shunning you. They really don't have too much to say because they already have an idea who they think you are based off information your friend gave to them. They already have that information from their friend. So this is something that I want you all to know, especially for my younger people. The older people, middle-aged people, okay, you know, a lot of you all, you pretty much know how to navigate that. I think some of you all, you're still learning because your heart is so big and you've been through so much. So you tend to get real comfortable with certain people. But some of you all, you got a ways to go with that. Like I said, it's a long stretch for some of you all. On the other end, the young people who are following me, this is something that you all need to pay attention to and learn now. Learn now while you a teenager. Learn now while you're in your early 20s. Because by the time you get up in your 30s and your 40s, you really don't want certain problems with friends. Pay attention to the red flags that you see now. If you got a friend right now and I'm going to take it to an age. I'm going to go younger. I'm going to go 15 to 25. If you 15 to 25 years old and you got a friend and they talk a lot and you see that they're spiteful and vindictive, and when they get into it with you or somebody else, they go and tell all your business because they mad. You need to probably cut them off. And if you don't have a heart to cut them off, you don't need to, from this day forward, tell them no more your personal business. You need to now take that friend and you need to categorize them. Okay, he or she is real cool. I like them. I have a lot of fun when I'm with them, but I can't tell them certain stuff. I can't tell them certain stuff because when they get mad at me, my turn ain't came yet, but if they get pissed off at me, they gonna go and tell my business. Start paying attention to the red flags now. Pay attention to that friend that knows that you have a platform. They know that you have a business you're working on, and they don't share anything. I had a friend like that. This girl never shares anything. I was in my darkest hour. She literally never showed up at my house. She knew for years and years. I won't even say what the particular thing was that I was going through, but I was going through something in a very, very dark place, and it was a hardship. That girl didn't show up at my doorstep not one time. Not one time. And so I started to question that. I started to look at that. Period. Then get a phone call, and then I don't like the friends that lie, act like they not on social media like that. Now, see, my friends that they not on Facebook, I know who really ain't up there. But I'm saying it's certain ones from years ago. They will lie and be like, oh, I'm not on social media like that. But yet if I talk to them, they would accidentally repeat. They knew everything I was posting on Facebook. And I'd be like, okay, so you saw me post that on Facebook and you didn't share it? Why did you not share it? I saw you share your girl, her beauty salon photos. You congratulated her. She cut the little strip to open up her shop. You supported her. So-and-so got married. You supported her. But you can't share what I'm doing on your profile page. Like, what are you doing? Pay attention to that. And when they do talk and when they do come and start communicating with you, it's always a fault or a flaw that they pick out. I no longer want those type of friends in my life. I've deleted and blocked these types of friends. Always critical of you. They criticize everything you do, and they ask you can't do nothing right. And we already know that the root of that really is jealousy. A lot of that, the root of that is jealousy. I don't care what nobody say. Who sits back and watch their friend and watch to pick out flaws and faults? Who does that? Who has this type of time on their hands? Because I don't have that type of time. You got a lot of time on your hands when you can sit back and you can pick out every flaw about your friend. And kingdom people do this all the time. Certain kingdom people, they just over the top. I got to take a lot of Christian people in doses because they demonize and spiritualize everything. If you crack a certain joke, oh, you're being carnal. That's not holy. Shut the hell up. You sound stupid as hell right now. I cracked a joke. Get over it. Get over it. The overly deep friends, just everything you do is always demonized. It's always God is looking down on that. They see you talking to one person that's carnal. And then they will judge your entire character because they saw you say hi to somebody that's sexually active. Or they know you talking to somebody that's an adulterer. Sweetheart, I have the right to say hi to somebody. The affair that they having on their husband or wife. What do this have to do with me speaking? I just said hi. You sending me to hell now. What are you talking about? These people really get deep like that. I don't have this type, like y'all be too Felicia Brown. Yes, that's a religious spirit. I ain't got time for it. Who does that? My friends, I want my friends to be 100% authentically who they are. Period. I wish some of my friends would tune in and they will tell you, if they telling the truth, Kiki at every level then be my friend. Literally at every level. Like, it's crazy. Lee said or they start crying. That's a fact. It's weird. It's weird. Star, I see you, baby girl. Poop, I see you too. I just don't have time for it, y'all. I don't. I be like, God, I cannot do it. I can't. I just found myself the older that I get, and I don't even know if this is a good thing or if this is a bad thing, but my tolerance level, my level of patience is just, it runs thin. It runs thin. Because it just, when I sit back and I think about all the time I wasted with fake friends and alleged friends and so-called friends, and they was always complaining about something. But I sit back like, have I ever went to them about any type of complaint? And it was a whole lot of stuff I saw about them. I'm talking about a grocery list of stuff. I would have prophetic dreams about them. I knew what they was doing behind my back. God would show me a vision of what a couple of them said about me behind my back. I would see stuff and I never confronted them about nothing. I would still smile in their face, still be cool with them. But yet and still, every moment that they got, they had a complaint about me. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I definitely will not have no friends when anytime a man is involved in the middle of a friendship, it's a problem. It's a problem. And I'm not even talking about no friends liking a guy. It's some shady sketchball stuff going on. I'm just saying, unfortunately, there are some women out here, they make a man their world. They are man-centered. Be careful with these types of friends, because when you come across a woman that is male or man-centered, you're probably not going to last long in that friendship with them. They'll forget a man 100 times. You blink at them wrong, you're done one time. You're done. And it could be heavily influenced by that man. And that's why I say you got to be real careful, especially if that woman is sexually active. Now, see, it get a little bit weird, because if it's a Christian woman who's not sexually active, but she got an emotional problem, or she's emotionally vulnerable, she might still be real tight and clingy with that man. She don't have to be having sex with him, but just emotionally, he fulfills her. And so when you try to go kick it with her, talk to her, she ain't got no time for you. So that's just what it is. It is what it is. But overall, guys, I'm finishing up. Friends that use what they know against you, especially when it comes to very serious matters. There are some of you all, there are legal things, legal situations that you've been in your life, criminal stuff that you had going on from your past, or situations that went on. And if you got a friend that's going around town telling your business or using it against you, why are they still in your circle? Why are they still in your circle? A lot of you are, you fear being on this walk alone. When I say walk, I'm not just talking about the Christian walk. I'm saying just living your life on the earth, period. You fear that. You fear it. You fear starting over. You fear confronting people about things that they do. You all fear losing people. But you have to have a standard for the company you keep. There has to be a standard. You cannot keep claiming that everybody is your friend. You can't call everybody sis. You can't call everybody bro, because they're not. Everybody is not your sister. Everybody is not your brother. Everybody does not love you. Everybody does not care about you. Everybody does not care about your well-being. And that's a fact. A friend going to tell their mother how they feel about you, but they never tell you. But they'll go and tell their mom how they feel about you. Why are you going telling your mother about how you feel about me or how you perceive our friendship? What are you doing? Who does that? What does your mom have to do with me and your friendship? See, weird stuff like that, I just don't understand it, y'all. People just be weird to me. And my mother and father are both deceased. For those of you who are new here, but I can't see it. I'm not you. I wouldn't do it. Was it moments I had conversations with my mother and father about friends? Yeah. But when it came to friends that always want to find fault in you, I didn't understand why that was happening. I would talk to my mother and father about that. But when they get into deeper details and stuff like that, and then like when you have a certain friend that they want acceptance so bad, I don't think I would want to be friends with somebody like that they want acceptance. Because when you dealing with a friend or somebody that wants acceptance so bad, they do certain things to gain it. They do certain things. They will get totally out of character to get the acceptance of other people. And so stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, hey, Sakina, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And so usually too, when you have a strong personality, this happens as well. Where the friends, you have the friends that they act real different. They act real funny. A man come around, they different. They want to be accepted and popular, they act different. It's easy for them to support everybody else, but they don't support anything you do. And or they just simply don't believe in you. It may not even be that what you're doing is bad. They probably just don't believe it's gonna go anywhere. So they don't support you. They don't support you. They're not gonna share anything. They're not gonna talk about anything. No. And some friends, they don't really want you to take off. They don't want you to take off. So if they can limit a lot of people finding out about your business or whatever you got going on, that's what they're going to do. Some of them feel like if I don't talk about this, it's going to limit them. They're not going to blow up like that. I'm not going to share their page. I'm not going to talk about what they're doing. And that's a fact. That is a fact. So in 2024 and beyond, anybody that is in your life that you label a friend, I see some of you all in the chat, you saying it could be a family member, you saying your cousin did it, it could be somebody you dated. That's very true too. But I'm specifically talking about friends. 2024 and beyond. You don't need to have friends in your life that go back and tell your business to other people, or they use against you what they know about you. It's just not. WYLATV. Yeah, I just said that last week. It was a live that I did last week. If everybody like you, you in a very dangerous place. That is facts. That's facts. You want to be popular. You want everybody like you, man. And I see people. I know people not everybody like them. The whole church loved them. Everybody liked them. They got so many friends. They got so many family members it's when I look at them and I see them, I feel fear in my heart for them because I can discern. I'm just like they are in a dangerous place. And I know you all don't understand that. You would have to be me to understand it, because when you discern and when you sense and pick up on certain things, sometimes you feel it. It's not even your emotion, it's spiritual. I cannot describe it. Those that get it, get it. Those that don't, you won't. But what I'm saying is that when everybody like you, it is going to be very difficult to tell the real from the fake. This is why people that I know don't like me, I'm 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 doing the right thing. Family members included. People up here that follow me. Oh, I know the ones that don't like me even up here. Oh, I'm happy. Y'all keep your enemies close. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Keep lashing out and talking crazy in my comment section. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know you. Stay right here. Tune in every time I go live. Yes, yes. I'm in the right place. I'm definitely in the right place, because like I said, you it's hard when everybody like you. And it's difficult for you to do what God has called you to do, because if God told you to give a particular word and you know it's going to trigger a lot of people and step on a lot of toes and highly offend a large mass of people, then it's going to be hard for you to deliver that message. So now that you're going back and forth and debating with delivering that message, now you're teetering on being disobedient to God. That's also a fact. So Felicia, you get it. You get it. Sower of the word, thank you for that scripture. Woe when men speak well of you, for their fathers did the same thing to the false prophets. That is a fact. That is a fact. When you really get out here and you speak in the mind and the heart of God, people not gonna like you. They will not like you. I'm telling you. They will not like you. You're not going to be popular like that. Why do you all think fake people, the fake false prophets and prophetess, they have large subscriber, they lists through the roof? A lot of them. They got 1 and 2 and 300,000 followers. And people speak so well of them. And I'm telling you, a lot of the stuff is not the mind and the heart of God. They copying other people's messages. They taking their messages. They monitoring other people's channels and pages. And they trying to turn it into their own. They not hearing nothing from God. They not telling people to repent. They not laying on it. You can easily say in a quick second, yeah, repent. No, you need to stay right there for about the next 15 minutes and be very detailed. But now you trying to be cute. You want to be cute. Everything just cute. Everything about the kingdom spouse. Everything about you finna get your breakthrough. You finna get money. Oh, everybody, the narcissist is about to be destroyed in your life. Everybody's jealous of you and your presence. Your presence, your absence now. Everybody feel it. Your light was just so bright. People couldn't even see. They couldn't even drive. They was crashing their cars because the light in you was so bright. They give these type of messages repeatedly and call themselves a prophetess. They call themselves a prophet. But you never calling God's people to repentance. So we could just be any type of dirty, nasty mess and do whatever we want in the name of the Lord. And we're going to be in the presence of God and see his face. Really? But you a prophetess. You a prophet. I think not. I think not. I think not. And then, can I say something? This off the record. But I wanted to say this to y'all last week. It's a couple of things I want to say, but I'm going to say this. Every single person that's on this chat right now, and every single person, you ain't even subscribed to me, but you might tune in. You might see me in your little feed. I don't know. But if you call yourself a prophetess or a prophet or a man or woman of God, period, stop giving disclaimers when you delivering a message that God gave you, if he gave it to you for real. Let me break that down just for a split second. This is a sidebar within the live. If God gave you a message and told you to tell the people to come out of something, adultery, sororities, fraternities, If God told you to tell the people, stop stealing money or stop whatever God told you. If God told you, tell the people, I'm gonna shut something down in 2 months. Everybody needs to fast for 1 week straight. No food, no water. I'm using it as an example. Don't come up on your channel or get on the microphone in your everyday life at church and be like, oh, I got a word from the Lord. I just want to tell y'all. And you know what? Man, I hate doing these types of messages. It don't feel good when I do these types of messages. It breaks my heart when I gotta tell these types of messages. Hey, quit giving all these disclaimers and just tell the people what God told you to tell them. Who cares about your heart being broken? You better be obedient to God, because the people or your audience that you telling, they can't do nothing to you, sir or ma'am. I've never in my life seen so many scary so-called prophets and prophetess. Did God tell you to come and tell the people, oh, it break my heart to give these type of messages. My heart is heavy. I don't like delivering this type of stuff. What are you talking about? Tell the people what the Lord said. Tell them what the Spirit of the living God said, and then just leave it at that. You putting out all these disclaimers on a prophetic word because you worried about who you about to offend. You better be worried about offending God, being in the hands of the Lord and having the judgment and the wrath of God come on you. That's what you need to be worried about. You can't be worried about your subscribers, sir or ma'am. And I'm tired of seeing it. It's disgusting. Y'all want to be so cute. You got your little carpet and your little furry pillows in the background and your expensive little microphones, and y'all doing the most. Trying to be cute, trying to pacify and placate the people. Tell people what God said and close your mouth and log off. Y'all just be doing too much. Too much. Y'all, you biting your finger. I really didn't, my heart is just so heavy today. I really don't like releasing these types of messages. But you was just in the presence of the Lord. It ain't no way. It ain't no way. Because when you really been in the presence of God and the voice of the Lord is speaking to you and he tell you, tell the people blah, 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 you ain't coming out with fear. You ain't coming out like, well, let me first tell them I don't like delivering these messages. It's heavy. You ain't doing all that talking. You like, hold on. I need to hurry up and just come and just tell what God just told me to say. And that's it. Mr. Hoodie, y'all laughing. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all facts. Why do we keep trying to pacify? I'm talking just men and women of God, period. We ain't got to use no titles. I'm just saying people, period. And everybody want to come and talk about what God told them to tell. God told me to tell y'all. God told me to tell y'all. And I've been guilty of that before. But you quit giving these disclaimers. That was in my spirit strong. You don't give no disclaimer. You don't give no disclaimer. If this is what I said to say, you say it, and that's it. How they personally feel about you, that's on them. That's on them. Who cares? They can hate you. They can come in your comment section. Let God handle that. When these people be coming on your lives and talking crazy, and they be calling you out of your name and trying to hit below the belt, and they saying stupid stuff, God see all of that. God see, it's dangerous to disrespect somebody that God called. It ain't even got nothing to do with nobody being a prophet or a prophetess. It's just period. Anybody that God anointed and appointed to do a particular job, when you come and you're mocking them and making jokes about them, however God handle you. I don't know how God gonna handle you. Maybe he'll have the mercy and let it ride. But some of y'all, you always are just coming up and you got something to say about the people of God. So I just want to throw that out there to let y'all know. Stop putting disclaimers in front of a message or a word from the Lord. Come out like a gun blazing and just tell the people what God said, and tell them that God wants them to repent. There is still hope. If you're still living and breathing, there is hope. God loves you. God loves us. He loves us. He wants us to get ourselves together. He wants us to get ourselves together. He's given us time, but we don't know. Let me correct it. Let me clean it up. We don't know how much time. We don't know how much more time he's going to give us. But all I'm saying is that you've got to tell people that. You got to tell people that stop putting these disclaimers out. Y'all worried about the wrong thing. And then you can discern that some of them, when they come in here talking about something, oh, my heart is heavy. I hate delivering these type of you could discern their heart don't be heavy. They not disturbed about nothing. They just saying that to try to pacify and placate you. They heart not heavy on nothing. You got to be able to see through that and weed through that. They worried about their audience. They worried about losing people. Baby, if these people gonna unsubscribe to you and cut you off, let them go. That's a fact. Y'all not scared enough of God. That's the problem. You too comfortable. The fear of the Lord is not in people. That's why you could come and put a disclaimer in front of your word. But you a prophetess. Yeah, right. You a prophet. But you putting out all these disclaimers. God didn't tell you to do that. He didn't tell you to do that. But you don't put you don't come and put no disclaimer in front of your kingdom spouse message. You don't put no disclaimer in front of the millionaire prophecies. Y'all don't do that. Y'all boldly come with these messages. Oh, your kingdom spouse is coming, baby. He coming. You about to be a millionaire. It's going to blow your mind. Where's the disclaimer? What would happen? I'm just telling y'all the truth. Now, what would happen when y'all putting out these types of messages in the airwaves and people start checking their bank accounts and millions of dollars is hidden if it ain't happened already? This money is hidden accounts and these different things are happening. What do you say to the vessels of the Lord? Nothing has happened for them. You didn't put a disclaimer out though. Was your heart heavy to let them know when the blessing didn't come for them? What if they feel like behind that they see all their brothers and sisters in Christ getting blessed except for them? How are you going to encourage them and give them a word? Probably not. You didn't put a disclaimer out. So if you're going to put a disclaimer out on God telling you to tell people to repent and the dangers that's coming in 2024 and the 3 days of darkness and all this other stuff that's happening and famine and the desolation that's coming to the United States, all of the stuff that a lot of us have heard and that we've discussed, and the mark of the beast, which is the chip that has already been implanted in a few people. That's a real thing. So we've already talked about this stuff. Y'all not putting disclaimers on the kingdom spouse and the millionaire prophecies. Because everybody not going to be a millionaire. Everybody's not going to be married. If you going to put a disclaimer on actual heavy words, put it on the other ones. Offense can still come. Offense can literally still come behind a kingdom spouse message that didn't hit for other women or men. Or people as far as finances go, or healing. They will feel slighted. People have gotten angry at God. The Bible talks about how people will scoff at God. So if you in the prophetic, you would know all this. Real talk. You would know. You would cover every area. You would cover it. I'm just telling y'all. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in to this live. Thank you all for sharing it. Those who shared it. Thank all of you all for subscribing if you subscribe behind it. Shout out to all of my members, new and old. Shout out to my former members that were members before, but you're gone now. Shout out to you, love you still. But thank all of you all for tuning in. Thank you all so much. Hold on, y'all. I gotta steady block out people. People just be coming up here talking crazy, y'all. But Jordan, I see you. Johnny Quest, I see you. Sakina, let me give my shout outs before y'all tune out. I want to go in and say hi. Laura Thompson, I see you. Felicia, Sower of the Word, Brad Lovely, Terry. Okay, you got a long name. Unicorn Candy Sparkle Cupcake. How are you? Nicole's Protected. Hey, how are you? Alex, how are you? Margaret. Let me remove this. Okay. Who else? Who else? Sparkling for Jesus, I see you. J.O., I see you. Black Mac 1978, thanks for tuning in. Tequila, you still up here? I think you still up here, Tequila. Who else? Elsie, Sylvester, I see you. Oppenheimer 1238, how are you? How are you? Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just up here blocking people, deleting comments, blocking people that's talking crazy. But thank you all. Like I said, if you all would love a one-on-one, please email me again. Let me put this out here. If you email me, you need to know that I cannot always lightning speed. I will not lightning speed respond to your email. That is not going to happen all the time. Sometimes it takes me hours to get it and respond. Sometimes it may take me a couple of days. 1 week might go by because there are so many emails coming in. But when you get nasty with me in the email and you think you're going to talk crazy to me because you feel like as soon as you email me, I see it right then and there and I'm supposed to respond. And when I don't, you want to come and say something to me, I'm going to block you. I blocked numerous people this week and last week through email. Please stop. And then let me put this out there to those of you, because it's a lot of you all. You come into my community posts and you make it known to me that you like my posts, but certain posts you don't agree with. You come and you want to announce yourself. I'm going to block you. And then I'm going to also delete your comment. I delete people every day on YouTube. I literally block. Each day I block, I think, at the least 10 people. And I delete their comment. I delete comments left and right. You smart alecky, you want to be nasty, you're done. I don't have time. A lot of y'all, you need to grow up. You need to grow up. Some woman, she comes up into my community post. I put up a post about something. She said, oh, I like your post, but this one I can't agree with. It's kind of bleak. And in parentheses, she put, even if it is true. Ma'am, who asked you? You think I care about the fact you're not in agreement with a post? But what irritates me is, why are you announcing it? If you don't agree with it, don't like it. Don't like it. I'm going to teach y'all social media etiquette. I got like a whole video that's coming out on that. Y'all waste a lot of time on absolutely nothing. Why? Overgrown men and women. Who does not know that on social media, when you don't like something, you don't have to respond to it. You don't have to like it. Who doesn't know this? It's crazy. It's just crazy. So yeah, I don't have time. So yeah, I was like, wow. Trina, hey, sweetheart. How are you? Arnell, hey, how are you? Johnny Quest, I see you. Oh, Trina, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help your shift go quicker. But yes, y'all. Caleb, how are you? How are you? So I'm done, guys, but I hope you all have been having an awesome day today. Yes. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I see your comment. You said, preach it out, girl. People got too much to say without saying anything. Yeah, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. It's real. And the trolls, like, I just would love y'all up here asking me silly questions. Where are y'all at? Y'all don't have like a job, or you're not in school, because a lot of the trolls that's up here, they really young. I could just tell by looking at thumbnails and the little stupid stuff they say. I know that they're really young, and I love the young people. Gen Z, I love them. And what is it, Gen X? I love you, but it's just like some of you all, you got way too much time on your hands. Go play, go do your homework, go clean the kitchen that your mother and father told you to do before they left out this morning and went to work. Go wash the dishes, go take out the garbage, go do your laundry, go start on your homework. Because I know y'all got a whole lot to do, and that's a fact. You don't have time to be on YouTube all day. I'm not even on YouTube all day. You don't have this type of time. It's too much other stuff to do. Now, some people, YouTube is their whole job. They could sit at home. They not out here. They not out. They don't got nothing else to do. They could sit at home literally all day, and YouTube is their job. They are completely sold out to YouTube. And that's fine. I'm not knocking them. Everybody got to eat. I got to eat too. Y'all got to eat. Everybody got bills to pay. But when it gets to the point that you invest a lot of time to come in people comment section, y'all investing too much time. Y'all literally investing way too much time. Some of y'all got kids. You got a sick parent. You got sick family members. You might be sick. You got medication to take. You got doctor's appointments you got to make. Women got to get pap smears. You got to get your metabolic panel, where they take your blood and your urine to test you for high cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, all type. It's a lot that you could be doing. You might got to do some ministry work. Go feed the homeless. Go make some lunches. Instead of coming up here saying stupid stuff, take that extra energy that you use to be hateful and putting laughing emojis. Go make 10 lunches. I'm going to give y'all easy work. Easy work. Make 10 lunches. Make some sandwiches, put some chips in it, put a Capri Sun, and walk around randomly in your neighborhood and give it to somebody homeless. Go be a blessing to somebody. Go pray for somebody that's sick and shut in. Some of y'all, you extend your energy on what? I just don't understand it. I wish I would be coming up on somebody's YouTube channel in their comment section or a community post, because I don't like a post and I zoom in and be like, oh, I like your post, but I don't like this that you put up today, talking with that lisp. I don't have that type of time. I don't care what you post. If I don't like it, I'm going to scroll past you, or I'll probably just block you and tell YouTube not interested. So I don't see your stuff in my feed when I log on. That's a fact. I'm trying to help somebody. Y'all might take this offensively and be like, why is she talking? No, I'm saying this from the heart. You have to learn how to extend your time to the right people and the right situations. When I do start talking, or if I am coming in the comment section, even if it's my own comment section, it got to be worth me talking. If it's not worth it, I'm not saying anything. Y'all got to learn this social media stuff. Y'all got to learn. Tequila, I know you laughing. I know, and it's okay. I'm not mad at you. I know this funny to y'all. I know y'all, I love to make y'all chuckle, because y'all know I'm silly too. But at the same time, I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help people. People, they extend so much of their time on social media. I just got to make reference to this. And I typically don't do this, but I got to make reference to it. Because when your heart is not right, you're going to get judgment for that. You're going to get judgment for things you do intentionally when you call yourself trying to use somebody. Now, they got this lady that then blew up on TikTok. I don't have to say her name. Y'all already know because she got it on lock. God bless her. But the thing that people keep missing, and it came to my spirit, is so clear. She's a great example of this. It's numerous things that you will see. But one of the things I can honestly say, she openly admitted out of her own mouth that she saw red flags, but she continued to stay with that man because it felt good somebody paying all of her bills. And she said she saw this stuff in the way beginning. And so you openly admitted that you kept this man in your life. Now she got trips now. People that sent her all this money. They doing all this stuff. But the thing is, you brought what happened to you on yourself. I'm sorry to say that. Because where you kept this man from your admittance, you said that you kept him around because you liked the fact he was paying all of your bills, but you caught him in several lies. Stuff that he was telling you was not panning out, but it felt good to take the pressure off you for somebody else to pay your bills. So guess what? A lot of stuff that went on with you, you brought that on yourself. You brought it on yourself. And a lot of people that's watching this stuff, this is why I say y'all got to stop extending y'all time. It's a distraction from the enemy. Stop spending your time because it be key stuff that God will allow you to sit back and see, but y'all hype stuff up and you miss it. You miss the mark. You miss the mark. And a lot of this stuff that's going on, God is not backing that stuff. That's a fact. That's a fact. Whether he a liar or not. And then you calling this man legion, which is demons, which is many demons. You're speaking this word curse over this man when it has already come out that that man got bipolar disorder and some other mental stuff. But people laughing at this man, steady calling this man this name. He even just said that he been going through a bunch of stuff that it's affecting his job. I don't know if he got a job or not. It ain't my job to investigate that. But y'all, you little internet sleuths, you better watch what you're out here doing. Watch what you're out here calling people. It's wrong. But y'all don't miss it. You want to take advantage. This dude was paying all your bills. Okay, so the whole thing is he started paying them, but then he started lying and doing a whole bunch of other stuff to you. And now the world is going crazy over this lady's story. Boy, y'all eat up anything. Same thing I talked about last week with the former president. These people will say they love God, say they know God, but you actually sign a bill legalizing gay marriage. When you know how God feel about that in the word of God, and y'all eat it up. You eat it whatever God hate, you supposed to hate. I say that boldly. I don't care who feel what. Splice it, slice it, share it here, save it for 5 or 10 years from now, and be like, look, Kiki said this. Who is she? No, you ain't gotta wait. Put it out now. I'm tired of y'all. That's what I said. You gotta understand how this internet works. That's how evil these people be. Boy, y'all just eat it up. Y'all listen to what they saying. She was saying so much stuff. I'm like, you brought this on yourself. You deserve this stuff. When you saw the man was lying in the beginning, you should be like, you know what? I'm done. But baby, you had a motive too. Just like he had a motive. He wants to use you and take advantage of you. People were saying he took advantage of her because she's overweight. I believe that. They say he took advantage of her because of whatever reason. But she took advantage of him too. Whether he was a liar or not, you kept that man around because you got tired of paying your bills, but the world missed that. They missed it. And God's sitting back watching all this stuff. Get it together. Clean it up. I'm telling y'all. That's a fact. But y'all keep up with it. But I'm telling y'all, with social media etiquette, stop giving your energy to stuff. So what if you don't like something that somebody posted? People tell me all the time, I don't agree with this, Kiki. Okay, goodbye. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Why are you telling me? They want to pop up out the deep freezer commenters. Y'all probably like, okay, why are you saying deep freezer? I call them deep freezer commenters because the lesson over now. I'm just throwing out different stuff. Cause y'all be wanting me to address this stuff, so I'm gonna address it. Deep freezer commenters, this is a name I came up with. What happens for those of you who cook and you go to the grocery store? Some of you all, when you buy meat from the grocery store, I don't know how y'all was raised, but I was raised by my mother and father. They would spend six, seven, $800 on food at one time. And when they bought meat, they had a huge deep freezer. All my life, pretty much my whole childhood, back in like the 80s, my mother and father bought an expensive deep freezer, and they would go to the store and buy a bunch of meat and separate it in Ziploc bags. And they would put the date and the month that they bought that meat so they would know, and they would put it in the deep freezer. So time would go on and they would take out chicken this day, or pot roast this day, some lamb or turkey this day, cook it. So it would come one day, okay, where it didn't went through 2 or 3 grocery shopping cycles, and it'll be one pack of meat, and it'll be an old date on there. It'll be freeze dried, freezer burned, not freeze dried, it'll be freezer burned, and it'll look old, and they'll be like, wait, where did this pack of meat come from? Man, that was all the way deep down in the deep freezer. We forgot about it. I ain't even know. My mother be like, I ain't even know it was there. That's what I call a lot of commenters. The commenters that come in out the blue and be like, I've been following you for 2 or 3 years. And you come off kind of. And then they'll go with a long, and they be putting, who are y'all paragraph writers? Y'all be writing long paragraphs. I'm not talking about y'all that write paragraphs in my comment section that make sense. But some of y'all be trying to cut up and check me, and I don't even, your grammar is so horrible. Now, we all gonna mess up grammatically. We get that. But some of y'all, I literally don't understand nothing. And y'all will make a whole 2 or 3 different sections in paragraphs. And I don't understand barely nothing you put. But you call yourself trying to check somebody. Nah, I'm going to need you to go back and proofread. Before you try to come, you deep freezer commenter, I'm going to need you to go back and look. Like, you doing too much. Y'all got to grow up. How do y'all let me or anybody else take your energy like that to make you that mad? To where you got to come and make an announcement. I agree with your post, but I don't agree with this one. Who cares? I don't agree with how your thumbnail photo look, but you don't see me complaining about it. I don't like how your hair look. See, if I started passing my opinion about how people look, they weight, they skin color, if I started searching on some of y'all channels, Kiki got an opinion too. But I don't have, why would I do that? I don't care enough to do it. I'm telling y'all be too invested. Take the lesson. Like they say, eat the fish and spit out the bone. I'm not saying everybody got to agree with me. You don't have to. I don't agree with a lot of stuff y'all say and do. So I know y'all not going to agree with everything I say and do. That's fine. But when you got to come make an announcement, or when you want to unsubscribe, why are you announcing it to me? You don't owe me anything. You literally don't owe me one thing. And I don't owe you anything either. Just leave quietly. Just shh. Leave quietly. Just leave quietly. You got to control social media. Don't let social media control you. It took me a long time to get to this place. Even not even having a need to always share and talk about certain things. I shared one treat with y'all, and that was my great ancestor, Jack Johnson. And I know the bulk of y'all probably still have no clue who that is. And I know a lot of people don't know who he is, which is why I don't really talk about him. It's not to stunt. It's not to brag. I did it because I didn't want Black History Month to leave and I not recognize him. I could have put up a whole bunch of pictures of people like, oh, she's showing out. She's stunting. I ain't even go there. I just wanted people to know, just like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, George Washington Carver, all these great people, Harriet Tubman, all these great people you see in history books, my great, great, great uncle is also in history books. Yes, I am proud of that. And I shared that in my community post unapologetically. the very first African American boxing champion of the world. Yes, I am a blood descendant. Yes, you can look it up on the internet. My mother, my aunt, my grandmother, me, it's all on the internet. This is no secret to anybody. It's not hidden. It's not a secret. It's public knowledge. You can call the cemetery where my great 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 uncle, grandmother, and mother is buried and ask them about me, and they'll tell you who I am. They can verify it. Because people be quick to be like, this person is a liar. They stunting. That's cap. I call cap. This is what the internet does. You put some information out there. You got the internet sleuths. The word sleuth, I know y'all don't know what that is. That's just an investigator. But they have the internet sleuths. They'll take your content, put it on another platform or in a group to make conversation. They be making money off your stuff. You ain't even making money off of it. But it's not hidden. It's public knowledge. It's public knowledge. Period. A man came up here and said, yeah, you related to blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't even know who that man is. You know how many people across the world have said they was related to me and my family and my great uncle? It's a lie. People have said that Jack Johnson is their great great grandfather. That is impossible. That is biologically impossible. It is impossible because my great uncle never had one child. How can he be anybody's great grand anything? He never had one child. He had 0 children. So how are people on the internet? Y'all will see videos up here on YouTube from 5 and 10 years ago with little kids, and people are making content saying he's their great grandfather. Me and my family have never seen these people in our life. It is humanly impossible. They will argue me down. No, I'm your cousin. No, you're not. It's impossible. People be like, oh, yeah, you got family in Tennessee and Detroit and upstate New York. No, I don't. First of all, he's my maternal great, great, great uncle. I'm here. My mother was here. My grandmother was here because of his mother, Elizabeth White. Elizabeth White is the one that gave birth to Jack Arthur Johnson. That's how I exist. And my mother and my grandmother and a few of the very small amount of us, all of us are in Chicago, Illinois. We don't have any other descendants or family members in any other states. People come on YouTube, they come on TikTok, they come on Instagram. I'm telling y'all, I'm just putting this information out so don't nobody get confused. When cause y'all was coming in my comment section like, oh, so you related to blah blah blah, and he told me that Jack Johnson, his cousin too. I'm like, sir, respectfully, I don't know him. He's not my cousin. All of us are in one place, and we've always been in one place. Period. So I'm just telling y'all that. Y'all can look into it for yourself. I can't stop you. It's public knowledge. It's public knowledge. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, you will see pictures with Donald Trump, my mother. You'll see me up there with the former boxer Lennox Lewis. You'll see Sylvester Stallone. You will see Jesse Jackson. All of this stuff is on my Instagram page. Maybe I will show a couple of those pictures to y'all. I don't know. I still got to think about that. I got to think about that. Because it's already done. It's over. The pardon was already done. So can't nobody speak on that. It's done. It's been over with. That was in 2018. But, like I said, that's what it is. So, the queen before reacts, you said put a name on it. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. But yeah, guys, that's all that I got as far as with that. I don't have nothing else to say with that. WYLATV, I hear you. I hear you. I know I don't. I guess I just do it as a little service to them. But that's why you don't never really see me talk about it though. But it's old information because in 2018 this stuff was put up here. but a lot of them, they weren't up here. Hello, Kitty Lover. Thank you so much. So, like I told you guys, thank you, Johnny Quest. You stay safe too. Nalisa, I see you. I see you. But thank you guys so much for coming in. I don't think I'll be going live again today. Um, I'm not real sure. But like I said, guys, I put out the rules. When you all email me, please just email me for a serious situation. If you're serious about wanting a one-on-one, if you know for whatever your reason is that you don't want one and you're not serious about it, please don't waste my time. Don't play a game with me and try to email me to find out how I have it set up. And then after that, you disappear. I don't have this type of time. And see, a lot of that stuff is going to change. Anybody not just going to be able to come in and just send an email, and I ain't going to give all that away. But like I said, it will not be able to happen. Black Mac 1978, that is a fact. But my family fought for over, I said in that video, like 15 years, because I found out about my relation. My mother told me when I was 12 years old. But you're right. But we tried to get a few former presidents to do it, and they refused because they were listening to a lot of rumors and stuff that was spread about him in his era. My great uncle's been dead for over 150 years. Well, over 140 something years. He's been deceased. So they were, because George Bush Jr., we tried to ask him, we tried to ask Bill Clinton. We tried to get in contact with Obama. And there were other people behind the scenes writing letters. This is a true story. And they refused. They didn't want to do it. So when Trump did it, Sylvester Stallone, and I don't think I would get in trouble for telling this because it's not a secret. It's a known fact. But Sylvester Stallone is good friends with Donald Trump. And so he had a conversation with Donald Trump about the pardon because he knew that the family, this is something we wanted. And so with a lot of people from over the years writing letters and everything, all of that came together and played a part. And so one of Sylvester Stallone's good friends, his name is Miguel, he stays in Mexico. He contacted my mother. And so he contacted my mother, told my mother that he knew Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone called my mother. And then when I came to my mother's house one day, all three of us were on a three-way call. And at the time that we were on the phone talking to Sylvester Stallone, he was filming Creed 2. And he was actually sick. Because when we flew out to Washington, I'm trying to remember, he didn't come to dinner because he had, I think, drove to Washington and he was sick and he was filming Creed 2. And everybody was talking about going out and doing some other stuff later that evening after we had dinner, but he didn't feel well. So I think he went and left, and I don't know if he went back to the set or if he stayed at the hotel, because I know we saw him again the day after. We saw him again like the day after, but I just knew from jump they was telling us he was under the weather. So I just thank God it was a blessing to be around these great people and actors and people. They were billionaires. The president of the WBC, I'm still friends with them to this day. I am part of the WBC. You all want to know what the WBC is? Go look it up. Go do your investigation. Go look it up. I don't have to give no details on that. You go look it up, find it out for yourself. So oh, the queen before reacts. I get you, sis. Yeah, no. But I don't want you to take offense to what I was asking you, but I was just trying to understand because I didn't know. I think something was said like a couple of comments before yours, so I didn't know if I had missed something. So that's why I was like, I didn't understand what you were saying. Patricia, I see you. Randy Johnson, I got you, Randy. Yup, that's what I say. Abby, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, Obama didn't do it. God bless him. God bless the Obamas. But Bill Clinton didn't do it. George Bush Jr. didn't do it. And Obama did not do it. And there's a video, actually, guys. You can look it up on YouTube. You can see my mother, my mother's name. It's less people up here now. So now I say it because it was a lot more people up here. Now it's even less. It's 64 of you all up here. So see, I'll say it. My mother's name is Linda Haywood. None of this stuff is a secret. This is my biological mother, and she's deceased. Look up Linda Haywood. You'll see my mother in the video right up here on YouTube, standing right next to Donald Trump talking. The day that we were all in Washington, D.C. Look it up. Look it up. When I end this live, go look it up. Go look it up for yourself. Hey, Bet. Keith Richardson, I don't need to educate people on what I'm talking about. What do you mean? Educate them on what? It's public knowledge. Educate yourself. And I say that respectfully. What do you mean? How do you not know? Keith Richardson, are you an African American man? If you are not an African American man, I don't really know what to say to you. But if you're an African American man, you should know who Jack Arthur Johnson is. Seriously. You go look it up. And then go look up Linda Haywood. My members, they already know my mother's name because I shared it in some community post for members only. You go look it up. Go look up the cemetery, the internet sleuths. Go do your homework. I don't have to educate you on nothing. Go look it up yourself. You will see a video up here where my mother's standing right next to Donald Trump talking. The press and everybody is in there. So, Keith, that's the point. Go look up the 5 different things. Go look up the 5 different things. You do the homework. I'm not about to do it for you. Right, okay, so Johnny Quest, you said you white and you know who he is. So anyway, guys, Ariana, oh, you know who he is, sis. I'm kind of impressed. That's sad. That's kind of sad. And don't, Ariana and Johnny Quest, don't take offense to that. I'm not saying it's sad that you all are saying you're white and you know him. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm saying that that's sad because African American people don't know who he is. They ask me who he is. And that's just wow. Keith Richardson, okay, you want a lot of attention today, so I'm going to give it to you. You said, why am I know you probably meant bouncing from multiple topics. If you've been on this live the whole time, I said I'm done with the lesson. Now I'm just talking about several different things. So you're not paying attention. I need you respectfully to pay attention, and I need you to do your homework. So just go do whatever you need to do with that, respectfully. Main man, thank you so much. I need, it's been 1 week, main man. I need to wash it. I washed my hair last Monday. Today, Wednesday. It's time to wash my hair again. Tequila. You see how they act up here? I'm just wasting time. I'm just answering questions, saying stuff. They know anybody that's been following me for a while, you all know when I'm done with a lesson that I will randomly talk about different things. If you don't like it, come off the live. This is not difficult. Come off the live. Just why are you here? I don't understand. Why are you here? All the little smart comments. I didn't block about 15 of y'all. Why are you here? You don't have to be here. If you don't like what I'm talking about, if it does not interest you, get off of it. It's not going to stop me from talking about what I'm talking about. So, Vancouver, West Coast. He said those are my biggest fans. Yeah, the Queen Before reacts. I see you, sis. Like I said, all they have to do is look up Linda Haywood. You will see my whole family start to come up. It's not no secret. I just don't really publicly talk about it. Tequila, I have no idea. I can't believe Tequila, you know my birthday is right around the corner. It's defrosting. Yes, y'all, my birthday is coming up March the 14th. It is defrosting. I might go live just to mess with y'all on that day. Oh, the Queen, your birthday coming up too? What is it? Marquinia? That's a beautiful name. I see you, sis. I see what you said. Oh, Nalisa, thank you. You wishing me a early happy birthday. Look at Randy. Randy said he haven't forgot. Y'all is defrosting. March the 14th. It is defrosting right around the corner. So yeah, y'all. And Randy, let me tell y'all something. Randy Johnson that y'all see, y'all could go follow Randy. Randy has been rocking with me for many years. Randy knows the information that I'm telling y'all. He knows that this stuff is factual. I think, matter of fact, Randy, correct me if I'm wrong. Come in the chat. Weren't you live with me when I was out in Washington, D.C.? When I literally went live? Didn't you come into that live video? I think you were up there, Randy, when I was literally in the Trump Towers and I went, yep, Randy was there. He saw my mother. Because some people be like, oh, she just lying saying Linda Haywood, her mother. That is my biological mother that gave birth to me. My mother was right there in the hotel room. She didn't want me to put on camera because she was on the phone in her robe. But you can see it. It's right up there. And Randy was there, and that was years ago. May of 2018, Randy was right up there. Randy been rocking with me for a long time. Danny Adams been up there too. Oh, Randy, you said it was posted on Yahoo. It was. Because when we were in Washington, D.C., we were all on every station just about. Actually, Sylvester Stallone, me, my mother, Deontay Wilder, the boxer, y'all can look him up. He even talked about my mother, and our family on his Instagram. But y'all would have to dig. I don't even know if he still got the stuff on his Instagram page. But the paparazzi and the media tried to come into the Trump Tower Hotel when we was eating lunch. And they had to put him out. We didn't even get him permission to come in there. But we were on every station in Washington, D.C. When we flew back to Chicago, we was on Channel 2 News, Channel 5, Channel 9. I believe they talked about us on Channel 32. We were all in the Chicago Sun-Times. I had a separate interview. They had my whole interview posted in the Chicago Sun-Times. This is a fact. Y'all can look this stuff up. Go to your local library. Look it up. They should have it in your city or your town where you'll see it. Keith Richardson, again, I'm not making it deep. It seems like you're making it deep because you keep questioning me. First, you said, why am I bouncing around with different topics? I explained that. I gave an answer to my audience on that. Then you said, what are y'all supposed to be looking up? Tell you. That's the point of you looking stuff up. I named several things for you to look up. It's definitely not deep to me because I don't have to do no investigations. I said that for the people that want to investigate it, that feel it's a lie or they feel it's cap. It's public knowledge. So that's all I'm saying, respectfully. I didn't say you was disrespectful. I don't think neither one of us are being disrespectful. But you seem to kind of be nitpicking what I'm doing up here. And I have to keep telling people, this is general now, Keith. This is not directed at you, but generally. I don't know why people keep thinking that they going to run something on my platform. They will not. However I run this, if I talk about the same subject 3 different times, if I stay live for 5-6 hours, one day I might do a 24-hour where I really take y'all around. In the house, in the car, be around family, in the store, everything I do. It's my business. That's all I'm saying. People really be thinking they gonna control a grown man or a grown woman's platform or what they talking about. It's just weird to me. The queen before, I'm not sure. It's things they talk about it. It's not really something I put a lot of time and energy into, but it did open up a lot of doors. I could say that. I'll say that much. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you all. But I only talked about that today because I want everybody to know about Black history. Why don't you all see Martin Luther King's children still talk about him? Actually, didn't one of Martin Luther King's sons just passed away? His family actively comes on YouTube. They come on Instagram. They get interviewed. Their father is in history books. He's a main pinnacle of African American history. So y'all think I'm not going to talk about mine? Thomas Jefferson still has family members. They're biracial because Thomas Jefferson, he was in there and he slept with a black woman. And their descendants are biracial. They were on the Oprah show. They got stuff going on. You think I'm not going to talk about my great ancestor? It's just that Jack Johnson wasn't put out there in the airwaves like that. Probably from racism or I don't know. But there are children, there are people I know, they have written papers in college and grammar school. Y'all don't understand, I've been through some stuff. I found out about my relation to him at 12 years old when I told my teachers and stuff about it, and I didn't do it voluntarily. It happened to be Black History Month, and we were reading in a book, and Jack Johnson, my uncle, picture was there, and I randomly just blurted out. We were reading about him, and I said, "Oh, this my uncle," and the class busted out laughing. And my teacher looked at me. She said, "I'm going to tell you something. You trying to entertain a class, and you're going to get suspended." I said, "He is my uncle." I looked at her just like that. I was in 6th grade. She said, "So you're trying to entertain my classroom, young lady. I'm going to take you to the office." I said, "But I could prove it to you." She said, "You better have proof tomorrow. This is a true story, as God is my judge." She said, "If you don't come in my classroom tomorrow and prove to me that Jack Johnson is your uncle, you're going to get suspended." Very next day, them photos that I showed y'all in the community post, I have more original photos. Y'all just see me crop them out because there's stains on them and ripped. They're original pictures. And anything I put in my community post, you know it's mine with the red background. Red is one of my favorite colors. That's just some more extra information y'all don't know. Even on my channel, when you see my videos, you'll see at the bottom the red in the background. That's my watermark. Some of my stuff I put Miss C. Tober VOH. I put that. Y'all will see him in certain posts that I put up, but y'all don't like that. Oh, them likes was going down. Y'all just hate. Anytime somebody creates something and they put their name on it, y'all just do not like that. Now, if I share a meme and you don't know if it's mine or not, then y'all get up. Y'all love it. But then when I put up there and give myself credit and be like, "I wrote this. This is mine." Oh, don't nobody like that. So, it is what it is. I ain't going to apologize for it. I'm going to put my name on it if I wrote it when I want to. That's just how it is. But I showed the teacher that proof. I bought a whole folder with original photos. I showed the family census. Everybody, including my great uncle Jack, everybody that lived in the household here in Chicago. Great aunts, great grand, all of that stuff. I showed my teacher all of this paperwork. She apologized to me. When I got in high school, the same thing happened. My African American history teacher, I was like, "Yeah, that's my uncle." He was like, "Okay, now you trying to be funny." Next day brought everything. They called other teachers in the classroom. They were showing photos, showing pictures. It's nothing to lie about. This stuff is public. This stuff is exposed in the public. This is no secret. It's no secret. It's no secret. So, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing to brag. It's just a fact. And I am not the only person. Martin Luther King children, they still talk about him. They show pictures. Malcolm X children are still very much alive. Actually, I think it was Malcolm X's daughter, or I think it was Martin Luther King's daughter. One of them interviewed my mother on their radio show. Y'all can look that up. It's up there somewhere. I don't even remember which one it was. I think it was Malcolm X's daughter. I could be wrong. It might be Martin Luther King's daughter. But I know one of them, they had my mother on their podcast some years ago. And it was a radio interview. Facts. That's a fact. The New York Times, actually, the young lady, what is her name? I didn't forget her name. I posted her picture in the community tab. She worked for the New York Times at the time and interviewed me. She interviewed me. She interviewed my mother. Her name's Malika Andrews. She's like a sportscaster now, a female, real pretty. Beautiful hair. She has the pictures with Jay-Z and some other people, and they hate her. Males really hate her because she gives really hard reactions and comments about the sports world. But Malika Andrews used to actually work for the New York Times before she moved to Chicago briefly. I don't even think she live in Chicago anymore, because I know after she did the interview with me, she told me she was going to be relocating from New York to Chicago. So where she live at now, I really don't know. Jessica, thank you so much. Thank you, the queen. But yeah, y'all, that's a fact. Oh, main man, yes, you said you seen her on ESPN. Absolutely. And Malika, she interviewed me and my mother. She's a beautiful person. I don't have anything negative to say about that sister. She's real cool. She had me laughing. I had her laughing. It was wonderful. Like I said, that's all by the grace of God. That's all by the grace of God. But I talk about these things because he was a part of Black history. All African Americans should know about him. They should know about him. And like I said, y'all want to know who my mother is? My mother's obituary is up here. I shared that. My grandmother died in 2019. She died February 3rd of 2019. My mother died February 2nd of 2022. I put a picture of my mother's obituary up here. You already know her name. It's all splattered on the internet. This is no secret. It is no secret. So you should be proud of where you come from. It has nothing to do with nobody being arrogant. It has nothing to do with nobody thinking that they are better. It's just a fact. It's a fact. You should be proud of where you come from. You should be proud of your family. You should be proud of your roots. You should not be ashamed of that. It's a fact. That is what it is. And everything ain't been peaches and cream within my bloodline. Period. I don't have no fake phony stories to tell y'all. I don't have nothing to sell y'all a dream. I'm not up here to sell y'all a dream. If I can show y'all something to give you information as a cautionary tale, that's what I would do. But see, I'm a generational curse breaker. I don't have to do what I saw my bloodline and people, my ancestors do. I don't have to dig deep into nothing that my great uncle was involved in or whatever. I don't have to go there with none of that. What I'm saying to you is that you better be a generational curse breaker. You don't rest in nothing that your ancestors did or didn't do. Period. Yes, Brad Lovely, he does have a park. I got a video. Well, I'm not on Facebook no more. I deactivated my Facebook, but I actually went there. Man, he did. It's a lady up here on YouTube. She cut my great uncle up. Called him all type of stuff. I came at it in her comment section. This was years ago. She kept deleting all my comments. She kept deleting. I was like, but I'm the great niece. If you want to know accurate information, you can talk to me. This stuff that you saying is not even a fact. She wasn't trying to hear that. She wanted the clout. So to this day, people making money. I ain't even making the money. My family ain't even making the money. But these people making money hand over fist off my bloodline. But have at it. God bless you. God bless you. Continue to feed your families. Go ahead. God bless you. I let God handle that stuff. I ain't got time. So, Kara Richardson, I see you. I see you. But yeah, it is what it is. I talk about it to be an inspiration. He made a mark in African American history. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. And I didn't want the month. Actually, his birthday is coming up, March 31st. His birthday is March the 31st. So it is what it is, guys. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for tuning in and listening. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you for the hearts. You guys know I love the hearts. If you guys sent the super thanks, I appreciate you so much. You all have no idea how much that helps me. But as I tell you all the time, I don't get this stuff immediately. When you all decide to send a super thanks or a super chat, I it takes weeks for me to get that. Just to let you know. But I'm thanking you all, the couple that came in. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Indie Gospel Revealed. I see you, sis. Brad Lovely, thank you. Thank you so much. Felisa Brown, thank you. Thank you, Trina. I might email you too, Trina. I love Trina, y'all. Sis always come up here and supports me. Indie Gospel Reveal, I see you. I feel you. I feel you, sis. People don't understand. And I don't even talk about this stuff on a regular basis. I'll talk to y'all about it, my audience, but I'm not coming up in my posts. It's a lot of photos and stuff I could share. I've told people, if I really wanted attention, trust me, it's a whole lot of stuff I could do and say and name drop, and I could blow up and be like, yeah, I ain't even on that. I literally am not even on that. So that's not even what this is at all. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all the love. Thank you all for being so respectful when you tune in. And like I said, I think my video messages have uploaded already. Y'all go and tune into that. And Indy, just email me, sis. I'm here. I'm here. But guys, I'm gonna see you all next time. Y'all be good. Thank you to all my members, new and old. If it's any new members that want to come, I would love to have you and welcome you with open arms. If you want a one-on-one, email me. Give me time to respond to the email. It could take a few hours to 1 or 2 days. It could take a week. I don't know. Depends on if I see it at the top of my feed or not in my Google email. I don't know. But thank you all so much. You all always tell me to stay safe. I thank you. I appreciate you. But I want you all to stay safe. Stay safe as well. Protect your peace. Protect your privacy. You all stay safe. You all stay prayed up. That's all I can tell you. Tequila, baby girl, you know I'm going to talk to you later too. God bless you too, Patricia. Thank you. Renee T, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Y'all thank me. I thank y'all. Because y'all don't have to be supportive. But I thank you all for always tuning in and being supportive. I'm not telling y'all what I do is easy. I'm public enemy #1 to some people. They hate to see me coming. It's certain family members I could go around, certain people, baby, they be rolling their eye. They do not want me around. That's real talk. But I could laugh at it. I think it's hilarious. But Randy, you know I love you, Randy. Randy always come up here. I love Randy. But yes, y'all. Thank y'all so much. So like I said, I don't think I'm going live again today. Wait, what time is it? It's 4:14. Kind of late. It's finna get dark soon. I don't know if I'm gonna go live again today. Probably not. Y'all had enough of me for the day. But the Lord willing, y'all see me tomorrow. Or maybe I will go live again on another topic. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, I got some other stuff to do now though. But I'm gonna see y'all later. Hugs and kisses to y'all. Hugs and kisses.